All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the like Akim, Wa'akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Y'all will not believe what I found. All right, hey, I sent this out to the brothers in our chat, here in Detroit, just to lay the premises, if you will. All right, I was watching a MGTOW video the other night, if you will. You had this stream. This guy was going in, talking about how society's destroyed, relationships destroyed, men, are sissies, the women are masculine, all that. And I was, I happened to be looking at the live chat and I saw a comment say, we need a warlord to come fix it. And I was like, that's an interesting statement. And so then I look at the guy's channel and it said Edom Warlord. And I said, So I clicked on it, or, I typed it into YouTube, and this guy popped up. It says Edom Warlord. He has 4 subscribers and 17 videos. You look at the videos, Isaurians, lizard people, he's going off with that. But the one video I watched so far says Edom Lord Amalek. He was talking about the Amalekites. He has another video, Hadad, another video, Herod, another video, Doag, another video, Haman. It says the Rulons, Dino Riders. I don't know nothing about that. It says Sith and the Empire. That's Star Wars. That's not, that's fictional. That's not real. All right. It says the Mark of Cain. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that. I want to see what he says about that. It says devils. It says by the sword, red. Mount Seir, Eagle, Patriarchs, Edom versus Israel. And that was his first video. And so the whole point of this video, y'all, you have certain Edomites, they're starting to accept who they are. Okay, this nigga has a red hood on with swords in the background. Look at that. All right. And who has been the main group? I'll say there's, how can I put this? What sect of Israelites, if you will, is known for teaching that the Edomites is a so-called white man? Those of us that came, out of the tree of One West, if you will. All right. So One West did have the truth and it lived on, and our elders and apostles here at Great Millstone, they have been teaching us truly and wisely. Look at this guy, read it out with swords in the back, man. They don't get no more Edomite than that. All right. Let me let it play for a second. We'll get some scriptures. All right. Matter of fact, see, as we get to the closer to the end of this, y'all, he's in a position where he is going to have to step out and accept who he is, because it was biblically prophesied, y'all. He can't hide himself anymore. He's been revealed. All right. Matter of fact, we'll just go right to Genesis 25, just to describe him by his characteristic, in which stands out, the most. Genesis 25, and we'll start at 23. It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. Now, did this baby, was he born covered in hair? No, but he was red all over. All right. It was accustomed to have garments. There were, particular hairy garments that were red. And that's how this boy came out, Esau. All right. This is how it began. This began with 2 men in the Middle East. This rivalry. All right. Jacob and Esau. Now let's see what he got to say about Amalek.
All right. Hey guys, what's going on?
Actually, let's take it to the beginning. Edom versus Israel.
Hey guys.
Now I listened to one video. Like I said, he's off a little bit, but he understands that the fake Jays are actually Amalekites, even though they're pretending to be Jays. And he understands that the average so-called white person is an Edomite. So let's see.
So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about where the red pill and the blue pill come from. And really what that is biblical. Is very biblical. The blue pill, or the blue mountain, is supposed to represent Mount Zion. It's supposed to be this perfect utopia type thing where it's like kind of like a monarch or something like that. But then you get the red pill, which is Edom pill, which if you kind of look back at the Bible, you have like Jacob versus Esau. And Jacob became Mount Zion, but Esau became Edom, which means red. And he would have the Mount Seir. And Seir means like goat, devil, and shit like that. So really, whenever you see like the red versus blue pill, what is really meaning is Israel versus Edom pill. And based on what that is what you choose. Because like Zion would be the sheep, be part of Israel, you'd be a shepherd. Whereas the red, you'd be like pretty much warlike, you'd be like a deer hunter and shit like that.
You know, and so I haven't heard this variation of the red pill versus blue pill, but that's and you know, blue isn't to the best of my knowledge, there's no scripture that directly correlates all of the nation of Israel with blue, but there is the fact that, you know, our fringes, y'all, they do have a, you know, ribbon and border of blue. You know, so there's that. So, you can use red versus blue to associate, you know, Jacob versus Edom, if you will. But this guy, you know, this is an abstract concept, but he understands that E is red, all right, and they're the bad guys, as you said, or as he said. He said Zion is the, you know, said perfect utopian. It says the Edomites were the warlords, you know, hunters, all right, and that goes back to what? Genesis, all right. Hey, look, y'all. These motherfuckers are condemned. They have to bear the shame of their forefathers. All right. I just pulled it out in another video, but I'm gonna go right to it again. You know, you don't gotta mix up the formula if it's working. If you hitting the nigga with a jab and he not getting his head off the center line, then keep jabbing him. All right, Sirach 41:5, it says the children of sinners are abominable children. All the Edomites are abominable. It says, and they are conversant, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. Their children are being reproached. Why? For verse 7, the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. All right, for his sins. These Edomites know, you know, and invoke. It's only a matter of time before choose my words carefully. It's only a matter of time before us, the Israelites, get our hands on all of the Edomites, and we're going to make them acknowledge who they are, and they are going to acknowledge who we are. And that's in Isaiah. It's going to be known that we are the children of Israel. We're not going to be called black. We're not going to be called Latino. We're not going to be called Native American or fucking Dominican. None of that shit. It's going to be known that we are the Israelites. And so, by proxy, you can already put together that the heathen are going to know who they are. Isaiah 60. Let me see. Is it acknowledge or is it this one? Yeah, Isaiah 61:9. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai hath blessed. So it will be known that we are the chosen. And if that means they know that we're the chosen, that also means they know that they ain't. So this man he has to accept his heritage for what his forefather did. And he don't, you know, some of them is like this. Some of them is just accepting it, putting swords in the back, running around, and he probably driving a little, you know, 2004 Toyota Corolla with his red hoodie up. Mean mugging niggas. And then you got the other half of them devils trying to disassociate themselves because they're ashamed. All right. Let's see what he had to say. Let's see what he got to say about let's see, Herod. Look at this motherfucker, bro. He don't got no spirit on him, man. He don't got the spirit, but that's an Edomite. That's what they do. This is what the Esau was doing. Posted in his spot with swords up, with red on, looking salty. You know, man. Hold on, let me get a picture. All right, right here. This is you know, somebody made a new version of it. but the Esau and the Jacob picture. You know, this one looks pretty cool. You know, you see Jacob, the shepherd, even like he said out of his mouth, the Israelites, you know, were shepherds, you know. And what is Esau? A hunter, a killer, a fucking demon. He's a warlord. It's no coincidence that guy named himself Edom Warlord. Why? All right, because that's what his forefathers are known for, going around from spot to spot, causing havoc, while us, we are meant to be the perfect, the peaceful ones, the righteous. Now, we are in our state of wickedness, but we will soon be restored. And that devil, I can only imagine that nigga wakes up salty, because if he knows who he is, he also knows that we have the kingdom coming. And all of them know. And that's why they're trying to disassociate themselves from Edom. Because what is it said of Edom? All right, you go to the book of Malachi. Edom is promised to get fucking faded. He's promised to L out. All right. And what do I mean L out? As in to take the L, to L his way out. He's not promised to win. All right. Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. The heavenly Father said he hates them forever. Don't nobody want to be on the receiving side of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's hate. Hell, I wouldn't want to. There's a reason why these people are fighting so hard to disassociate themselves, y'all, but they can't. The truth has been declared, all right? And they can no longer hide themselves. The veil has been pulled back. Matter of fact, let me get that. The veil, oh shoot, that's Isaiah. Let me type in the word veil. All right, this man has been discovered, y'all. The covering cast over all people. Let me see, 1 second. Right here, Isaiah 25:7. He will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Who is that covering cast and who is that veil? Esau, Edom. And he has firstly been discovered. All right. That began the process of his downfall. Us calling him Edomites in the first place. All right. We're going to go back to our mans, Mr. Warlord. That motherfucker couldn't knock a block of cheese out of Mouse's hand. That fucking, that man ain't no warlord. His ancestors used to be, but he not. Motherfucker couldn't, you know. Hey man, I like seeing that. You know, accept who you are, and we gonna accept who we are, and we about to clash heads, and we're gonna see who comes out victorious. All right. You can have your raggedy swords, and we're going to have our spiritual power. You can have your guns, your tanks, your bombs, your jets, and we will have our blessing. All right? We're going to see who'll pull through for this one. All right, Obadiah, I want to start at verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right, right there. What's the main hidden thing? What is one of the primary hidden things? His nationality. All right, Slakia. Hey, y'all know me, man. I got the mouth of a toilet. You know, I'm trying to, you know, working on it. One of the primary things that has been sought out and discovered is his nationality, because he tried to hide himself. Okay, and along with all the plots and schemes that he's been doing to us, you know, over millennia, hiding our heritage, killing us, poisoning us, you know, changing names, moving people, slavery, you know, all the things that he's done has been sought up and searched out. All right. And also you go to 2 Thessalonians, we found this man out, y'all. He don't know what to do, not one bit. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the end of the world could not come until it was exacted, until it was pointed out who Esau Edom is. He is that man of sin, y'all. We got this. We got this guy. It's almost time, y'all, and everybody can feel it. I know y'all can feel it. It's almost time. All right, you got that song. It's the final countdown. I know y'all know it. Hey, we almost there, you know, and I can't wait. I can't wait to finally, Lord willing, fulfill these scriptures. To fulfill these scriptures, to go head up with as if we were to go back to that Obadiah towards the end, it says saviors shall come up upon Zion. Who's them saviors? The elect, beginning with the Hawashai. We're going to wrestle this man and break him down, all right? Verse 4, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sing in the temple of God, showeth himself that he is a God. All right, so this man is trying to sit in the seat of the Heavenly Father, and it's being revealed that he is not, that he is simply our wicked twin brother Esau, Edom, and it's time for him to fall. Let's come back. What do you got to say about Herod now?
All right, hey guys, what's up? So this vid, I want to talk a little bit about King Herod and his story. So King Herod, he was like the king of Judea during the time of the Roman captivity of the Israelites. And
notice he said Roman captivity. Okay, so he acknowledged that the Israelites were being oppressed by the Romans, you know, contrary to what some the Romans were doing the Israelites wrong, all right, which they're doing us wrong again today. That's another way that we know that this beast revived, because we found ourselves back in captivity under his system.
I guess the thing that most people didn't know, I didn't know it at first, but King Herod was an Idumean. He was an Edomite.
Right there, plain and simple. He said most people didn't know. He said I didn't know at first, but King Herod is an Edomite, and that is true. When you go look up his lineage, he's a descendant of whom? Antipater the Idumean. This is fact. What does that mean? The Edomites were not done away with. That's what this means. And in particular, Herod would have had a bit of color about himself, all right, because of the Herodian line, you know, who they were getting with the women of the Hasmoneans, which was the Maccabees. They were laying with you know, some of those women, with those dark-skinned Israelite women. So they was making little terror babies, which Herod was. All right, I forget who his mother is exactly on the nose, just, you know, without looking it up.
And he was put in charge of the land of Judea by the Romans. And so I guess during that time, because, you know, Christ was about to be born, Jesus Christ was about to be born, and the word got out to Herod, and he was like, no, we're not having that. So he tried to have Jesus killed right before he was born, and went to Bethlehem and tried to kill like all the little babies and stuff. And that kind of ties back to the book of Revelation when it talks about the red dragon.
Ooh, hey, y'all, I'm gonna lean on the fact he probably watches us. When I say us, I'm talking about Great Millstone specifically. You know, or I'll be generous. He has watched the Israelites, and at a certain point, he said, "Damn, I'm an Edomite." He accepted it. He ain't look, y'all. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm an Israelite foreigner," or maybe I'm an Israelite. He said, "No, I'm an Edomite." He knows his own spirit, y'all. These motherfuckers, he condemned in his own damn heart. He know what he is, and he knows his people are, because that, you know, that's a breakdown. And that, you know, we've watched so many of these videos and learned so many things. It's a simple breakdown to us, but that's advanced. You know, really, that motherfuckers can't link that up in Revelation. You know, the average shithead out here.
Pretty much by the woman as she's getting ready to give birth, so he could devour the man-child and everything. So the red dragon is an allegory for the nation of Edom, really, is who it is, because it was King Herod that tried to kill Jesus as he was born. He was an Edomite. He was an Idumean. And you know, I mean, the red dragon, he's red as Edom.
You know, he out of his own mouth, you know, he's condemning his own he's condemning his own self. You know, I'm probably gonna watch some more of these videos in my spare time. You know what? I want to check out one more with y'all real quick though, y'all. We're gonna look at the market Cain right quick. All right, let me see.
All right, hey guys, what's going on? So this video, I want to talk a little bit about.
So you know, hopefully y'all can hear it well. But you know, in that last video, you know, he stated out of his own mouth how that red dragon you know, is representative of the Roman Empire and how the Romans are who? Edomites. You know, out of his own mouth. He got his red hood up and he got swords hanging in the background. He knows who he is. And if he knows who he is, he knows who we are. So what's going on with you Jakes? All right.
Mark of Cain. And I haven't really heard much about this. It's kind of like a personal theory that I have. Just kind of like, if you've seen my videos, you might kind of see where I'm going with this. I believe that Adam and Eve, you know, at least the first people on Earth, I believe that they were black, or at least like dark brown, a dark gray.
Okay, so we gonna follow him along. I think I know what he's about to say. He said this is his theory, right? He says, you know, the first people on the earth was dark skinned, so-called black. He pointed to Adam and Eve, right? So let's see what he says. Let's see if he's gonna be on the money, y'all. Let's see, because hey, you know, you just had IUIC say what they believe the mark of Cain was, right? You know, well, then don't completely incorrect, right? The mark of Cain don't got nothing to do with the MOTB. All right. Let's see what this guy says.
With woolly hair, that's what I believe. Just like the Aboriginals of Australia, or like some of like the old school like hunter gatherers, how they're like dark skinned in the jungle and stuff. I believe that's the case, and I believe that when Cain murdered his brother Abel, I personally believe that his skin turned red.
Woo! 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 Hey, he said it, not me. Hey, this motherfucker said it, not me. I'm gonna take that back, Slocky. I know I'm all in y'all ear. He said it. He said, I believe the mark of Cain was his skin turning red. His skin no longer being so-called black as it was, but red, in which in today's term we would use so-called white. He said it out his own motherfucking mouth. This video should have a couple million views, not 11.
Turned pale. And
ooh, he turned, yep, okay, yeah, so he verified. Okay, let's take it back, 10 seconds.
I believe that when Cain murdered his brother Abel, I personally believe that his skin turned red, or he turned pale. And I think that, you know, because he feared that he was going to be killed, I think that he was like the first one of his kind. He was like the first red man of his kind once he bared the mark. And I kind of think that after that, it pretty much set him on a trajectory of doom, pretty much. And because it says that, because Abel, he was like a shepherd, right? He was watching over the flock, but it said that Cain, he was like a tiller of the field. And best that I can understand, that could be like a farmer. It could be, he might be a miner.
You know, so right there, he already said it, y'all. And, you know, he may be playing coy. He may be pretending, more than like, you know, he probably got that from us, but he's, you know, because he said, oh, it's just a theory. You know, he's probably playing coy, meaning pretending not to know. But right there, he said it. He said Cain was turned red, you know, so-called pale skin, which is true. That is the mark of Cain. All right, when you look at that word in the Hebrew, it's one of the words that it also pops up in Leviticus, I believe. You know what? Not Leviticus. Here's what we'll do. I'll show you the proof of that actually real quick. You go to that word for, I believe, Mark in Genesis. Let's say 4. And I'll be ending this shortly. I'm going to get one more. The scripture out of Psalms where it says his tongue has fallen upon him, and we'll call it a day. But I just found that, y'all. I found that. Hey, look, y'all. This truth has gotten out. Not only has it woken up the Israelites, but it also has taught all these other nations who they are. You know, prophecy is being fulfilled. Everything we do out there, y'all, it is not in vain. Trust me, people are watching that we had no idea was watching, man. That guy probably wakes up. You know, we think we stressing. That motherfucker, I'm surprised he ain't killed himself yet. All right. I believe it's out of this word, Mark, H226. For mark of Cain, right? Let's go do this. H226. What pops up? I believe. Let's see. Is it Numbers or is it Leviticus? Bingo, right there. Yup, Exodus 4 and 8. It's that same word right here in Exodus 4 and 8. It's sign, right? H226. In Genesis, it was Mark. Here, it's sign. It looks like Awath sign, a distinguishing mark, a banner, remembrance, a miraculous sign, omen, warning. So what was that sign mentioned here in Exodus? Jump back to Exodus 4 and 6. And Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Boom, bingo. Genesis, go back to 4 and what was that? The verse we went to is verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, a sign upon him, lest any finding him should kill him. What was that? His lack of pigmentation. The other motherfucker right here said it himself, and we've been saying it for years, and our apostles been saying it for decades. All right, this truth is out here, y'all. Let me get one more, man. The day is coming, y'all. Esau is gathering up his, and we're gathering up ours. All right, tongue lay, and it's not prophesied for him to win. So it don't matter what he do. It don't matter who he has. We're gonna, as Jake used to say, we gonna rock his shit. All right, we gonna rock his jaw. All right, tongue. I think fall actually. Yeah, there we go. Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right there, y'all. All right, ease through. He knows that he's the wicked one, and he knows that he has to pay. And he's, some of them are running around swearing up and down that the Edomites are extinct and that they're not one, i.e., an example, vocab. And you have other ones like our kind friend here, Edom Warlord. Thank you, sir. Good job. You did a good job. So hey, that's about it, y'all. I don't got a whole lot to say. Motherfucker spoke for himself. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations, all like Akim Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. One more thing. If this poor low-end motherfucker, because you can look at the walls and tell this nigga probably only making every bit of $30,000 a year. If he was able to figure this out, what do you think the elites know? What do you think the rich baking families know? What do you think the white men at the top of society, upper echelon, the ones behind the curtains? If he could figure this out, what do you think they know and been knowing? Hey, shalom.